Hello, I'm James Preston and you're watching Kalkine TV live from our Sydney studios, and this is the Early Trades, a show where we share with you a glimpse of the Australian share market opening trade scenario, along with the global and domestic drivers triggering the market momentum. So let's get stuck in. The S&P ASX 200 opened 0.3% lower on Thursday, placing the blue chip benchmark on pace for its fourth consecutive decline. Ramsay Health tumbled 6.3%, the worst fall among blue chip stocks, after revealing a decline in its earnings. Xero also fell by 4.9% after disclosing a loss despite higher revenues, and energy shares fell 1.8%, the worst performing sector, while materials companies bounced 0.8% following a tumble on Wednesday. The annual general meeting season hots up today with updates from Nine Entertainment, Ansell, Computershare, Nearmap, Austal, Breville, Estia Health, Cube, Ria Group, Ingenia Communities and also Cooper Energy. Mining heavyweight BHP will start its meeting just as the market closes at 4 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. In terms of IPOs, Cosmos Exploration lists at 12:30 p.m. Cosmos is an explorer focused on gold, copper and nickel in New South Wales and also Western Australia. Moving on now to our headline makers, and net profits after tax for AusNet services fell by a fifth in the half year to the end of September on the back of weaker revenues and higher capital expenditure. After-tax earnings slid 21.4%, while earnings before interest, tax, depreciation and amortisation fell by 3.8%. Nine Entertainment's profits for the first half of the 2022 financial year are tracking 10% higher than the corresponding period last year, helped along by revenue growth for television advertising and publishing. The EBITDA has turned out to be higher for the 2022 financial year, up by around 10% on the first half of the prior fiscal year, according to comments to shareholders from Mike Sneesby, the Chief Executive Officer of Nine Entertainment. GrainCorp has also posted a net profit after tax of 139 million Aussie dollars for the year to end of September, in a result that partly reflects a bumper crop on the east coast of Australia. The profit reverses a $16 million loss incurred in the prior financial year on an underlying basis, but is down from the $343 million on a statutory basis given divestments in various business units. The company will pay an 18-cent fully franked dividend and will conduct a $50 million buyback on Mark shares moving forward. Xero has swung to a loss during the first half of the year despite revenue climbing by more than 20% during the 6 months to September 30. The company reported a 5.9 million New Zealand dollar loss for the first half of the year, despite operating profits climbing by 23%. Subscribers also grew by 23%, along with net subscriber additions climbing 62% in total. Average revenue per user was also higher, rising by 5%. Nearmap also says that it expects its annual contract value to end the 2022 fiscal year between $150 and $160 million on a constant currency basis, at least 12% higher than its 2021 financial year results. It's the first time the company has issued guidance for the new financial year, and it said it had continued the deployment of capital raising funds in line with the financial year 2022 guidance to increase investment into the business and consume approximately $30 million in net cash this financial year. All right, well that's all for now on the early morning trade. Stay tuned to Kalkine TV for more market updates, business news and exclusive interviews. I'm James Preston, signing off for now.